and there's a lot of things impounding upon you in the financial sort of world. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's actually quite good. Oh, look at that. You've got the King of Wands on that side, the Emperor on the other. You're going through that. At the base, you've got a new cycle and the Ace of Wands. This is really powerful beginning for you. I think this is, as I say, I think Leo, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading from the 14th going through to the 20th of November. Did you see that lunar eclipse reading? What a reading it was. I'm talking about it. Victory coming in. A bit of a glow up moment for you. Are you going to feel, you're going to be pushed out into centre stage? It could well be possible. Looking at those readings that I've done for you over the last week or so. Very interesting. So, yeah, let's just get straight in here. Let's see what's going on in the overall energy for you. It's a very solid reading. It's recognizing your foundations of what you're doing, recognizing why you're doing things. It's a bit of a, playing smart, building on your foundations here. And this could be that victory that's coming through to you with that clear thinking within you and that clear direction. It could be cheaters and people trying to, cheat and scheme you, but the way the energy was set up, it's set up in a very uniformed manner, and it's very solid and very defined. So I think you're going to be able to deal with all of this, but I think it's playing smart. That's what you got to be doing, playing smart. Let's just see what's going on your relationship side. There is a certain reticence going on here. Basically, it's sort of saying, don't get triggered, don't get pulled into it. And this is what this playing smart's all about. Almost stand back and allow people to express themselves in the relationships, because it may be revealing what they're expressing. Ace of Wands, it's having that clear thinking. It's going to create a victory out of that thinking. So out of that mental energy. And I think if you just if you're there and you listen rather than interact or sort of provoke, as it were, I think that's going to be a lot easier for you. It's a good learning curve to. I almost want to sort of say, give enough rope for people to hang themselves. If you're going through difficult relationships at the moment, and people are cheating and scheming against you, I would give them enough rope to hang themselves rather than you having to get involved with it. And this is what I mean about sort of not being involved with that aspect of not getting triggered and stuff like that. I think it's a tricky week. Be a little bit more reserved. Let's just see what's going on in the universe, how the universe is influencing you. There's a pressure coming in from the universe, and they're feeding this victory energy, this clear thinking, I think. Knowing your strength means you don't have to use it, and it's almost like a persona in a way that the universe is trying to help you out with. Yeah, I'm saying that's it. I'm saying they're sort of saying, don't move, just stay tight, just stay, strong. You may get that sensation that there is a bit of pressure from the relationships that are around you, making you feel a little bit hemmed in, but it's not going to be forever. And I think it's going to basically reveal things within your life, so you can act upon them in the going future, not at the moment. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence you here. Here is also the similar sort of thing to the universe here. There is a bit of pressure that's coming in upon your karmic message here of having that clear victory, that passionate victory as well. Saving that passion for you. And I think this is where the guides are allowing only certain things to overflow in you. So, helping you not to be triggered by the world outside at the moment. The Emperor. This is almost that persona I was telling you about, where that's what they're asking you to do. They're not movement cards, really, apart from this one here. You know, the Seven of Swords, they're sort of squat. You know, the Emperor is sitting down there being regal, almost not being Emperor-like. And you get the Eight of Swords that's sort of saying, you know, sensation of entrapment. Yeah, I think this is it. You're going to have to soak up the pressure in regards to the relationships this week, I think. Once you do, it's going to make you see things really clearly in the going future. Let's just see what how the guides are trying to influence this conversation that is within you. That's that playing smart. That's that part kind of going, okay, so they like that. They're, you know, this is that giving enough rope for people to hang themselves. So you don't have to get involved in any fights and stuff like that. You know, you have that possibility of going forward. You've got the Three of Wands that want to jump out. And that Three of Wands is that harbour master, allowing ships to come in and leave, come and go. Just let them come and go. And I think this is where this is that playing smart and allowing things to come and go. Yeah, the Lovers. Falling in love with who you are. The position that you find yourself in. It could be really strong connection with your inner soul, as it were, your inner being. There is also a part here where, you know, the universe is sort of saying you're stuck here and you need to get a little bit more sort of exciting and kick it out there and boss it up, and therefore you're going to find a new lover. That's going to be for some of you, and I think that's what playing smart is all about. You know, putting out your energy into relationships, so you get the good feedback or the good connection with people. It could well be that you're meeting someone this week, you know, or that could be the idea in your head that's running around. But keeps coming back to that little bit of pressure on you from certain people that are around you. It's a bit of a yin-yang sort of side there. I think it's for some of you it's one way, and for some of you it's the other, basically. For some of you, it's going to be finding love, but within, you know, that persona of who you are, of feeling content and sure about yourself. And then there's the other side where you're getting a lot of pressure from the outside world with the relationships that are around you. And that is where you're going to need to be that Emperor energy and just sit tight and take it all. Absorb the energy coming from the outside world, coming from the relationships that are around you. Bit of a tricky week for you there, I think, in that sense. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. Here's the karmic message for you this week. Once it starts working, I would then go for it. I would push it even further. So once it's started really working for you, if there's, you know, things within your business world or your job or your projects, once it starts working, don't hold back. Just keep pushing it on. Yeah, a new cycle coming in for you. This is it. I think you're kicking into gear. And once you kick into gear, then, you know, once you get into that rhythm of working and you know, the business and your job and your projects, you feel like that's it. The anchors are away. We're off. We're running, and I would really follow it. You know, much more than this side. On this side here, I think it's going to be a case of a lot of freedom. Where this is very stationary, very similar to Aquarius, really. Let's just go on to how the universe is influencing this new cycle. There seems to be finances coming in for you. It's almost coming in from long-term bets or things that you've done in the past that you're reaping rewards for. That's what it seems like. You know, I said Aquarius. Aquarius is exactly the same card in that position there. That moon, and I think it plays into that lunar cycle as well. That respect that you can have for other people, I think is going to be very beneficial for you. That regal sort of aspect, that, going on a bit of a mission, being that Richard of Lionheart in a way, that leader as you go forward. And as you do, it's going to expose a lot of things, not only in the outside world, but obviously within oneself and how we do things. But whatever it is, it's connected to money. It's sort of explaining to you the universe. If you look around you within the universe, I think they're trying to provide you with a situation which, through that insight, you can actually make money out of. So I would really pay attention to that side of things. Let's just see what's going on how your guides are trying to influence your karmic message. They're bringing in a lot as well. There's a lot of coincidences. There's a lot of waves of energy coming into you in that respect. So your guides are around you, sort of kind of going and that and that and that, and bringing things in. Just going, and they're just there's a lot of things impounding upon you in the financial sort of world. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's actually quite good. Oh, look at that! You've got the King of Wands on that side, the Emperor on the other. You're going through that. At the base, you've got a new cycle and the Ace of Wands. This is really powerful beginning for you. I think this is, as I say, I think you're going to get in your stride here. And as you get into that stride, I think this is here is the universe is actually could well be freeing you up actually through exposing things, because we've got that moon there as well. And that's what that playing smart's all about and how it plays into there. It runs it across. It's going to expose things, which is going to start you off in a new cycle. You play smart about it and you'll get a lover out of it, or you'll get a partner out of it. That sort of thing. And this side here is really stabilizing the ship as we go forward. It's really nice. There's a lot of pressure coming in from this side, but I think it's good things. A lot of opportunities coming into your life at the moment. It really looks nice. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. I think this is that Six of Wands that we saw at the beginning. It's really building you up, I think. As you get victories around it all, I think, it's almost falling in love with yourself. Did the Three of Wands come out, anyone? Yeah, I think they did. It's recognizing those ships that are coming in, the ships that are leaving. It's recognizing the waves of energy coming in as well. Observing the situation before you start acting upon those things coming in and leaving. You're in the process. You can be standing there and choosing where you're going to be going. Funny thing is, it could be a card of procrastination, and you've got that on this side here as well. So this is running through you like this, where your karmic thing is to sort of get a bit more sort of passion going into your life for that, and that will get you into your lovers. Playing smart and preparing for that journey. And the journey doesn't necessarily have to be going somewhere. It could actually be all coming to you. And I think it is. And that's what I think that Six of Wands was all about at the very beginning. Let's just see how it sort of flows out into the going week after that. This is that Six of Wands. This is, I think by the end of the week, you're going to get recognition, not only within your job, business and projects. I think we're also going to get recognition within your relationships that are around you. The Hierophant, marriage, that's really nice. Coming together with that as well. It's also, the Hierophant is a teacher, so in your actions of what you do, you're actually going to be teaching people a lot. You're going to give people a lot of understanding, and with the revealing of things on the business side of life, and you own up and you become that leader with that King of Wands you're going to be able to help people to understand, the business concept you're doing, or the work that you're doing, the career path you're going on, and it's going to help you progress a lot, I think. And you're going to be happy because you're going to be able to know how that mechanic works for the future. You're never going to forget it. So when things do slack off in the future, you're going to know how to pick it back up again. On both sides, by the looks of things. Interesting reading for you, actually. And I think this is what I was talking about as dust settles in in the lunar eclipse reading, which should be around about my head. So there you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being with us. I do appreciate your support for this channel through subscription and clicking that bell. Also, liking and sharing this video is absolutely brilliant. At least even commenting. It'd be good to hear how your eclipse went, for example. How did it go for you guys? Tell me what you think. In the meantime, Leo, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.